All right.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up?
Unveiled.
Unveiled.
Here we are.
Yeah.
The unveiling of Thursdays with Honor Society. So yeah, this is just a really cool thing. On Cambio, gives everyone out there a chance to bring up some topics that they want to see us kind of talk about. Some stuff we might debate or whatever, but it's just kind of a cool thing. I'm really excited about it.
And some stuff that we're into that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely. And we want you guys to be a part of the conversation. So we're checking out our Twitter feed right here. Just put hashtag Cambio Chat Honor. Again, that's hashtag Cambio Chat Honor. And you guys can be a part of the conversation with us.
And yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, we are the band Honor Society, and let's jump right in. World Cup.
World Cup.
Which I have zero interest in. So
Yes.
Andy, take it away.
See, all right, I love the World Cup. Man, it's funny. I miss my morning soccer. I was watching soccer like every day. I'd be up at 6 in the morning. I'd have my computer out and I'd be tweeting like play by play.
Yeah, I saw some of your.
Yeah, I was really getting into it.
Extensive.
And inevitably, I'm getting response back. You're blowing up my phone. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in school and you're blowing up my phone. I'm like, sorry, my bad. But yeah, I played soccer since I was a little kid. So World Cup has always been a big deal. Soccer in general is a big deal. And I know that you're not a big fan.
I'll tell you why I'm not a big fan. I respect the sport and I respect the people that play it and the athletes. It's just the World Cup in particular. I just feel like you're kind of forced to like it. And it's kind of like
It's a big deal for like.
it's just kind of like
one
it's almost like
little
it's
period of
so
time.
it seems illegal not to enjoy the World Cup. And it's kind of like I'm not.
Dude, you are totally going
I
to
will
jail.
I will never watch soccer again for another
For 4 years.
Like,
I think-
it's
yeah,
not on
well,
my
that's-
radar.
you know
It's
what I
only-
think
it's
cool
not on my
about-
radar.
yeah.
Like
I think it was almost the same thing as watching hockey with the Olympics. You're just like so invested in the team.
yeah, but you'll catch a hockey game.
Dude, I
throughout
watch
the
hockey.
No,
season.
but that's what I'm saying. But like, I don't watch the NHL like on a daily
you would,
basis.
you would still probably catch an NHL game before you catch a MLS soccer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely because it's like on major networks. But I feel like it has been on like MLS games are starting to be on ESPN. Now they have women's soccer.
Name me one MLS team besides the Metro Stars, the Galaxy, and possibly the Red Bulls.
Well, the
There
Metro
may not be
Stars.
another-
The Metro Stars no longer exist. They became
The Revolution?
The Revolution.
Chicago Fire, I think.
Rapids.
DC United.
DC
Because I
United.
watch Sports Center. It's not
Okay,
like
you know the team
No,
name.
no,
you
no.
don't actually,
No, but a
like,
lot of
watch.
people. A
Your
lot of
knowledge
people
is
would.
deeper than you even know.
The one cool thing though is that because it's like the World Cup, it's like all teams from around the world. It's not just like
It also kind
a
of.
sport that's just in America or something. So it's like got that like Olympics kind of.
I hear you. It just seems like too life or death for me. I like sports where it just feels fun.
It is a
feels
big
too
deal.
serious.
Well,
It is
speaking of
serious,
fun,
yeah.
one thing that I really like, and it's in any sport you're gonna have some players that have bad blood with each other and that fight, but in this World Cup, more than any other sport, you see dudes like helping other guys up. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, there's
all these guys know each other
sportsmanship.
from other teams in Europe or around like different world leagues, and the sportsmanship is really awesome to see. I like that.
I will say I tried to watch a lot of the games. They were a little early for me. I'm not a morning person. I was trying to.
Yeah.
I'd like wake up by like 10 or 11 already. Like the game was over. I'd be
Yeah. Well,
Like,
because-
yeah.
What would happen is I would set my channel to Sports Center, fall asleep to it, and then wake up when the game would start because of all those like
The vuvuzelas.
Yeah.
So,
that's all you hear.
So
What's
that
the
would
deal with that?
That would wake me up. I'd catch like the beginning of the game, go have breakfast. Jay would come down. I'd give him the Sports Center.
Yeah,
update.
I'd
I'd
give,
get
like,
my
the
Stuart
play-by-play.
Scott on.
First of all, before I even knew what a vuvuzela was,
Yeah.
I thought everyone was misspelling Venezuela. I'm really,
Like spell check.
Yeah. Everyone's like Venezuela. I'm like,
You're like,
okay, that's
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Venezuela too, but it seems like all my friends are really into Venezuela all of a sudden.
The World Cup also inspired us to get a soccer ball, which is kind of cool.
Me and Jay have been kicking that around.
Twice.
Yeah.
I
No,
love
no,
you
no,
guys.
no.
3 times.
3 times,
Three
but there was
times.
an injury. There was a
Yeah, I
Soccer
blew out.
injury.
I blew out my ankle.
It got a little
Not
swollen,
actually,
so-
not actually.
Blew out my
we had to
My
take a
ankle
week
is
off.
a-
We had to take a week off from it, but
For
we're
an injury.
We're getting pretty good.
I was watching this trick that this soccer player did,
All right,
and I was just like, I know I probably can't do it, but I want to try and see what
You
happens.
were thinking, wow, this guy represents a whole country. He probably is
Yeah,
not a
I'm sure this is
professional.
easy. I can pull this one up. So yeah, he kicked the ball down with his foot and
Yeah,
just jammed it.
And it was so funny because you could hear it pop. It was like,
Yeah, that was a
and
good
I'm just
idea.
like, oh, it's so
it didn't
bad.
go exactly
like
how I
all
planned.
swollen.
All right, well let's.
Let's check out what some people are saying about this.
Anybody watch the World Cup? I know people watch the World Cup because they were tweeting me back. So I
Yeah.
already know. I didn't
And
know.
Spain won, right? That Spain ended up winning.
Spain
Do you think
won.
Do you think that was the best team?
I think the best team won.
Yeah.
The final match was
Spain,
man,
Netherlands,
It
right?
wasn't
Yeah.
pretty, man. It was a
Yeah.
battle. But I think the best team won, and Netherlands will get theirs. I'm sure someday the USA will get theirs.
We have our friend from the Netherlands, Esme Venters.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
was
I called
probably
her up.
upset that they didn't win.
You're like, you got second place. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Not
silver.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the topic of sports,
Yes.
Get me
but-
outta here. That's what I was trying to
since
think.
we're on the topic of sports, let's talk about something that you're into.
That I
basketball.
actually have an interest
That you have
in.
some passion.
You like basketball.
You
love
guys like
basketball.
you guys like
I love
Yeah,
basketball.
I love
basketball.
basketball.
I like
but not
basketball.
across the board.
Not as
and-
much as you do.
Right.
Well, Alex loves basketball.
I love basketball.
Okay.
And we have a
100%.
basketball.
And we have a
too.
basketball. Me and Jay
We have
also
a soccer ball
basketball.
and a basketball.
Except Jay bought a basketball that's literally made of moss.
It's like-
That's right. It's green. It's like an environmentally friendly
Yeah,
ball.
it is. It's
it
like
makes no sense. It's like literally grassy.
Well, they just like took tires.
In fact, it's moldy.
Yeah, they took tires and like mashed them down into a basketball and then painted it green.
You guys
That's
are on
awesome.
green.
Yeah, we went green with the ball.
All right, so fine.
Yeah.
So in basketball, obviously the big news is LeBron.
That's
LeBron.
right.
It's
LeBron
like-
James going to the Miami Heat, right?
Yeah, lots of stuff been happening in free agency.
Yeah,
But the big thing is
But
LeBron.
LeBron.
I mean,
So
I mean,
lots of
listen-
stuff no one would be paying attention
Yeah.
to if LeBron James wasn't in the
Dude,
mix.
listen, Amari went to the Knicks.
dude, LeBron had like his own ticker piece on ESPN.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like you're watching your like NBA.
So what do you think
watching
about that?
MLB,
What's your
LeBron.
Yeah,
what's your
I mean,
take on
my,
LeBron?
my personal take is that he should have either stayed in Cleveland
Mhm.
or not made such a circus out of going somewhere
I agree.
else.
I think making like the big deal of it. If he had just like went to this other team and like maybe even like said, "I'm sorry, Cleveland," like I'm,
Yeah.
but like just like eased into it instead of making like
Let's
a
just
big
like,
platform.
Why a show?
Yeah,
it was
why
an
a show?
hour-long special to basically break like
It's bad
Cleveland
news.
hearts.
People's hearts,
To make people upset.
And why would you say that you're broadcasting from Greenwich, Connecticut, which is right next to New York City? Why do you say, yeah, we're doing this special from Greenwich, Connecticut, live, it's going to be huge news, and not go to the Knicks?
It literally,
Yeah.
I
Like,
like,
it's so
Yeah.
lame.
I like LeBron as a player, and I do think he's really good for the game, obviously, but it just sort of like, to me, the way it came off was just like a representation of like the me-ness
Yeah.
of celebrity, like look at me, make this decision, look at me, like break people's hearts, make other people happy. It's like, I don't know, it
And
just
it-
was
well, it's
too, it
also-
wasn't about like, and not to mention like everyone out there, the fans at least know that I'm a Lakers fan, and I have been since before they've been on this like awesome run.
Definitely.
We actually got confirmation the other day.
We
met
did.
like one
Thank
of
you.
Mike's
Yes,
friends from like
tell the people,
junior
'cause
high.
everyone's like, wow, you're
Well,
gonna
I think
do
it was
that."
like Mark, one of your friends,
Yeah.
came over to the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, dude, you're like a Lakers fan when they like
Eddie
could-
Jones,
Yeah, exactly.
Nick Van Exel
They
was
couldn't
running
score
the
a
point.
point.
Yeah.
Nick Van Exel with
You
those
stuck with
crazy
them.
eyes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
as a Lakers fan, it's like, you know what, Kobe stayed in LA and brought it to LA, and he
Totally.
came out of.
But
he came out of
but is there
high school
anything
too.
wrong with LeBron wanting to win though? Like
There's
does he
nothing
think
wrong with
maybe
it, but he
he's-
could. Sorry, there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it, but he could have won it in Cleveland.
Right.
I feel,
Mhm.
and it's like if you're gonna be the king somewhere, and you're gonna call yourself the
Yeah,
king,
you-
it's like be the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Because
mean?
he just turned his back on his like just his
That's just
hometown.
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously,
that's-
he's entitled
Do
to
you
win
think? Do
championships.
you
Totally.
think the Miami Heat are gonna win the championship next year?
Next year, I don't know, but
There's
eventually,
a
at
much
some point.
higher chance. I mean, you still have to. I mean, you have Chris Bosh, you have Dwayne Wade, you got LeBron. I mean, these are like three superstars, but they still have to play together.
Not to
Yeah,
mention,
and they have to play as a
It's
team.
gonna might take like a year or
Not
two.
to mention, and I love all of us love Florida. We do a lot of shows in Florida. Love Miami. Happy for the Heat.
Mhm.
Either way, I'm a Lakers fan, so it doesn't whatever. But like, their like coming out party, their like press conference looked like a WWE event.
Yes, it did.
They came
Oh, really?
they came out of the floor.
Yeah, it
They were
reminded
like,
me of like
There's, like,
the
smoke machines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It reminded me of like the world tour, like lasers
It was, like,
and
concept
like
Dramatic.
yeah.
Well, he's all about the dramatic part of it.
And I just saw this last night on ESPN. LeBron is saying that they're gonna win like 6 or 7
Yeah,
championships.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
how
That's
hard
what
it
he's
is to
saying?
win an NBA championship?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
Well, let's
they
see if
all
we can,
sound
back
like
it up with
You know
that.
what? Save the predictions, LeBron. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear it. Like, prove it.
Yeah.
Basically, and you brought up the point of like the meanness in celebrity, but it's like sports especially. It's like you don't have that kind of like, players don't. And in any sport, players don't stay at the same team for like more than a few years. They like bounce around to whatever who's ever given them the biggest deal. It takes a big person, a big man
Yeah.
to stand
Larry
and
Bird,
like, deliver
Michael
for a
Jordan,
team.
like Kobe Bryant, like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
all these people celebrate. But LeBron is a good guy. He seems like a good role model.
Yeah.
He seems like a class act. I mean, it's just this kind of got.
I want to see him do well.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see a Heat game, like no doubt.
Well, now that's everybody. I mean, that's exactly
Who takes
it.
the shot?
Everyone
That's
wants
my
to see
question.
it.
Who takes the shot? All right. Well, why don't we
It's Dwayne Wade's team, no matter what, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's true. And LeBron's walking in. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
Let's,
maybe shift gears a little bit. Talk about
a fan topic.
Yes.
This is something that we opened up to Twitter yesterday and said, let us know what you guys are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, big news is the oil spill, the BP oil spill in the Gulf. And I just got a mobile update on my phone before we started this, and according to BP, they seem to have control over the gusher.
Now, is it a permanent? Because what I was reading is like they were like doing it. It was like a temporary fix because they were worried that there was going to rupture other parts and like.
Or it was going to blow it back off.
Yeah, or blow it back off.
I think they're just
something.
waiting to
It's
see. They've been dialing down the pressure like
Right.
slowly and I think no more oil is coming out right now. But they're not sure.
To me, it's very simple. It's like it happened 3 months ago
Yeah,
at this point.
3 months.
And I understand that there's a process to everything and there's trial and error and but there needs
How
to
do
be
they not have a plan?
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be a backup plan. You can't like put like pipeline underwater and be like it's not gonna blow.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like they blew through their first defense and they didn't have a backup defense. And it's incredible to me that it's incredible to me that there's just not like a higher price to pay.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the environment's paying us.
I know.
What's really incredible, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if it was the last Rolling Stone that came out, but they did, a short piece on it, and they're talking about BP basically just shifting gears and trying to do all this offshore drilling in the Arctic Circle.
That's a great place to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's why is there no
it's
consequence
It's
though?
preparation. It's like they need to just why can't we figure out how to put oil in something that's not gonna spill? You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is like.
Yeah, you would think
that's
that
exactly
might
it.
be
It
a better
seems
way.
so simple, but it's just like.
But now it's happened, and hopefully, everybody learns from this terrible thing. But they're having some issues, and on Cambio actually, Jordan Sparks went down to New Orleans and to the Gulf Coast, and there's a really really awesome piece. I know we all watched it that Cambio did. Cambio Cares, and just seeing it so close and talking to some of the people that we know at Cambio and to Jordan, who are down there and smelling the oil. I mean, it's like
Do you
it's
know how much oil?
toxic.
I was reading that
No, it is
over
toxic.
over 2 million gallons a day of oil.
It's ridiculous. It's
2 million.
And I guess what one of the big issues now is BP. They're cleaning things up,
Right.
but they've totally internalized the cleanup operation, shutting out the public. You have to be hired by BP
Right.
in order to clean up. So it's not very transparent.
Super
Yeah,
shady.
yeah.
All these local people
They can
who
just
now
be
don't
like-
have a job anymore,
Yeah,
you could
they-
hire those local people who
Totally.
want to help.
Yeah,
you gotta
they wanna-
sustain the
Well,
economy.
plus it's like, yep.
You know what they're doing
This
is
is cool, guys. We're clean.
Exactly,
Well,
yeah,
who
there's
made the
no
mess?
check, yeah,
How do you
there's-
know?
You know what I heard
exactly.
they're doing instead? And I need to check my sources on this.
Yeah.
I don't want to broadcast false information, but
Right.
I'm going to look it up. But I heard that BP, instead of hiring the locals to help in the cleanup effort and put money back into the economy, they're getting local inmates. They're shipping in prison inmates to
Really?
clean up this stuff, which is terrible.
Welcome back to from bad to worse.
Yeah.
And we lost track of a few of them. Don't know where they went.
It's like
but we're gonna
amazing.
clean up that mess too.
They're like, hey, we get free
It's-
labor from prison inmates.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just wrong. So.
But
do you want to hear what?
let me ask you this though, because it's obviously an unfortunate. It's unfortunate no matter how you slice it.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Had they been more sincere in their efforts? Because I don't know. Were they sincere in their efforts at least apologizing and things like
It
that?
didn't
or-
seem like it.
I think they're
'Cause
sincere
they're-
for one reason,
It affects their bottom line.
exactly. Every gallon of oil they lose, exactly affects their
They
bottom line.
have
Losing
they have to
money.
clean up. They lose money twice. They lose that oil.
But
plus
they don't
have
even
to
lose
clean
that
up.
much because I was reading they make like 60 million a day,
Yeah.
and they said they're gonna put 7 million a day
Into
towards
cleanup?
relief.
Ugh.
So it's like that's not even.
That's unacceptable. to
Yeah,
me.
it's
like
like-
somebody needs to step up and say this is wrong.
Right.
Somebody needs to be mad. Get mad.
Well, I mean, the
I
president
think-
they saw him on like a boat or something, right? Like the weekend after.